Hello everyone, my name is Vishnu Raghavan, and for my 15-112 term project, I created a version of chess where you can look at what the legal moves are for any given piece at a specific time. So let's go ahead and run this. So obviously I generate a chessboard here with all the white and black pieces, and all these pieces behave as they would in a normal chess game. They all have a set of legal moves that they can make. For instance, a pawn can move forwards one space or two space if it's its first turn. A bishop can move diagonally, a queen can move diagonally, or forwards or backwards, sideways, and a knight can move in an L shape, and a rook can move up and down, and so on. So these pieces also can attack in the normal way they would. So pawns would attack diagonally, you can see that I put the king in check, but I'll get to that in a second. And then all the other pieces would attack in the same way that they move. So, a bishop would attack diagonally, and so on. You just saw that the black king lighted up yellow. That means that the pawn was putting him in check. So I implemented checks in this game. So for instance, if this white king was put in check by this queen, so now you can see he's lit up. So he needs to, by this point, no other friendly piece can move while the king is in check. So I got to get the king out of check. So now he's out of check. I can now move the other pieces freely. The game ends when there's a checkmate. So basically I implemented this by saying that if the king cannot move anywhere without being put in check, that's checkmate. So I'm just going to try a situation out, which I've used for all my tests. Let's see. And then this, oops. And then we're moving some of these pieces in. So you can see that all these potential places the king can move to will be put in check. There we go. So the moment I move the last piece that completes that potential movement, the game ends. So that's checkmate. I also added a couple of special features. I just showed you that the pawns can move two spaces on their very first turn, so that's a normal thing in chess. There's another concept called castling, where you can actually switch the position of the king and one of the rooks at the very beginning of the game. So now the king is at a different position, but if I try doing it again, it won't work. So you can only do it once per game per each side. Yeah, there you go. And you can do it with either rook. It really doesn't matter, but only once, obviously. And finally, to help people who may not be completely familiar with how the pieces move, I've implemented a control that will tell you all the legal moves the piece can make at any time. So to do this, just simply press M, the M key on the keyboard, and that'll show you where the king can move in this case. So the king can move forwards, backwards, and then diagonally to these sides. Let me try it with a rook. So I'm selecting there. He can move, up and then obviously to the side, but he can't move down because there's a pawn in his way. So this works for movements. And then the attack, obviously, if it's a piece of opposing, if it's an opposing piece, then the rook can obviously attack if it's in its line of fire. But yeah, that's basically everything. That is my term project. So thank you all for watching and have a great day.